Well, just in case you guys cannot believe what we're going through, which I know you do, this is one of the lower spots in town. There's a Dollar Tree. There's a Big Lot over there. Completely, look at that parking lot. It's really amazing, guys. You know, nobody has had time to cry or grief because we're still in the middle of it. So everybody's in what we call warrior mode. People are out, people are getting gas. I got gas without waiting. Waited only 5 minutes. So a lot of gas coming in. They've been bringing the diesel trucks or the gas trucks in with 2 police escorts, one in front and one in back. Isn't that amazing? There's a duck. There's a duck out there. Can you believe that? Having a great time. So, and the problem is, right now, we're an hour inland, and the problem is freshwater flooding. On the coast, it comes in and then it goes out, eventually back out the ocean. The surge, after the surge retreats. Here, on the other side of my town here, Zephyr Hills, we have what they call the Green Swamp. It goes from there. It's just one huge 90 miles from here to Orlando. It's like a giant land preserve. It's not really swamp like you think of swamps. It's like countryside, lowland. It can be wet. You know, a lot of trails for hiking and biking, and it's quite pretty out there, but no one really lives there because of these water issues. Well, that got filled with the first storm, Debbie. Then we had rain all summer long. We only had 1 week since May or June without rain, because I was trying to get out to the forest, so I was monitoring it. And then we got this baby, Helene, which is big, and now we got this baby. And the water from the Green Swamp, which gets pumped out, goes to the rivers, they pump water from this area to Newport Richey and to Tampa. There's so much water down in the aquifer that seeps in this area. Well, anyways, it's coming back up into the rivers, coming up under the ponds, coming up from the aquifer, and there's springs and all this, and it's saturating. And now, 6 days later, I'm still without power. About half of my town area has got about half and half now, and is seeping water, like coming up. So last night, I worked a 12-hour shift. We immediately had to evacuate a family who was in a nice neighborhood, Wesley Chapel. And what happened, the water started coming. It was coming from the back areas. It was not river, but real lowlands, and it was rising. So they had FEMA, or they had, I guess it was National Guard out there. So we pulled up. There was supposed to be some people, and they were using drones. It was so cool. They were using drones to fly over. I'd never seen this, to visualize the area, because it's so bad. No vehicles really get in there, but the big, rescue vehicles. And inside the van was a giant TV screen, and they were watching it. They had an overview of the whole area where the water was moving. It was really cool. While we waited, and they brought out a mother with 4 or 5 kids, We had to take them to Hudson, which was an hour away, to a shelter, and she was really scared. The kids were like being kids, one baby and up to 14-year-old. They were okay, kids can pretty much handle stuff, but the mom was scared because going into a shelter with all these people, and we got her in there, and there was cots in this one. It was amazing. They got 5 cots, and it was the last cots they had. It was so amazing. And they're in the middle of this gymnasium with all these other people, and we just walked them through it and told them how it was going to be. It's going to be okay, and there's police there, and everything was safe, and the people were really nice. They'll get you what you need, and blankets and this and stuff. And we really helped relieve her. They had a dog. The dog had to be sheltered in the back room in kennels, and so by the time we left, they were all good. We all hugged and everything, and you make friends doing this. You don't take numbers or anything. You just make friends, because we're all one. We're all working on this. We're all doing this whole thing together. Really, we're the whole world like that. We are one, but we've just been caught in this separation dynamic for so long. My Duke Energies just went by. That's my electricity power, and I think they're moving down towards my neighborhood. And so they always tell you when there's a catastrophe, that's when people come together. And that's the world we live in now. And so it was really beautiful. I really made some nice friends. I would have liked to got some numbers just to keep in contact with people. I could have, but it was, in the moment it was too crazy. Different people I was meeting, different. Everybody you meet, everybody's got an unbelievable story and amazing, and they're all fantastic people when it comes down to it, right? When you get past the veneer, the front people have to put in this world, they're just amazing. They're beautiful human beings. We're all here for a reason. We're all here to make this change, this great cosmic change for this world. So imagine 5 years from now, imagine 2 years from now, things are going to be really, really different. The free energy's coming out, the med beds, the quantum financial system, the GESARA and NESARA, the monies are coming back to the people. The bad guys are being arrested, taken to military tribunals. It's all real, guys. That little bit I've told you on my other videos, you're going to find out a lot more. I'm going to tell you some more, and you're going to find out a lot. So if you don't follow and get on Telegram, I'll give you some more sites like Julian Assange, WikiLeaks, Secrets. That's 2 different ones. Rumor Mill, NESARA, GESARA, Q, letter Q, the Storm Rider. That's another one. The White Hats. Heavy stuff, guys. Heavy stuff. You got to get ready. But you're not going to believe what you're hearing there. This world is changing immediately and massively. Hollywood is basically gone. Gone. DC, the dark ones are being arrested. Dark of night. It's unbelievable what's going on. And it's worldwide. I'm kid you not. Once you start studying this, you're going to see. You're going to blow your mind that Trump, the Q, the Earth Alliance, like I told you before, the masters are all lined up. They've had this plan. They've been working on it for decades, maybe half a century, to take down this dark control, money, power, coal, gas, power structure, banking elite that own 99% of the wealth, to take them down and give the power back to the people where it belongs. Our Constitution was created for this. We the people. For the people, by the people, of the people. And that's us, humans. Us. Those that have been dumbed down, those have been struggling financially and, paying endless taxes and being scammed by the governments. And it's all over. It's all over, guys. It's a miracle in the happening, and it wasn't just Christ's return to do it. It was the massive movement of light, of all every possible dimensional angle beings are helping us from, the skies are full, the angelic realms are here. All you got to do is get quiet, out of this noise like this, and ask for your guidance, and ask for your teacher of choice to come in and guide you. But you got to get really still. Silence, silence, stillness. That's why I always talk about these meditation techniques. Yesterday, I'd worked the night before, and so I don't know. I didn't sleep very good the night before. I guess it was the night even before that. I worked all night. So I took a long nap yesterday, 4-hour nap, and I thought, okay, I'm going to be fine. I woke up just as, not anxiety, but my nerves. I was uncomfortable. When I woke up, I thought that the nap would completely do it. No. So finally, after several days, I sat down and meditated and did my practices for 45 minutes. I got up, started getting all my stuff together. I felt fine. I felt like myself again. I felt great. I cleaned off all that debris off my aura of all the people I've been working with and what's out here in the atmosphere of the people. The chaos, PTSD. We've been traumatized. And so I was my perfect center again. My chakras were balanced. My hemispheres were balanced. Homeostasis. My breathing was nice and calm. So just do that, guys. And don't watch so much news. Watch a little bit of what's going on, pray, and then move on back into your zone, into your life, into your spirit. And the best thing we can do is be happy. Sure, it's a caring, a responsible type of happy, not an irresponsible, blind-eyed everything else. No, a responsible type of happy. But that joy, that love, that happiness, that high vibration is what we need. You need it for you. You need it for your family members. They need your light. You are the light of your family. If you're watching this, you're the light of your family. We all are, but you guys are that, a little bit ahead, leading ahead of the curve, leading the way for your rest of your family or your loved ones or your communities. So do that every single day. Right now, it's good to do it twice a day. And we're going to be fine. We are going to be fine, guys. Because on the other side of this movement, on this other side of this, all the different things that are going on, the military is going to be helping us out big time soon. Trump's doing a magnificent job. The team, the Q, the Earth Alliance, the Federation of Light. It's all set up. The quantum financial system started October 1. Nobody knows about it. Nasara Gasara. Do your own research. Like I told you, all these channels I just told you a minute ago is all on Telegram. So download the Telegram app and search each one of those. And you could scroll back for months and it'll blow your mind. It'll just, your jaw will be on the floor. You might get depressed. You might cry. And after you get through the emotion of that, you're going to laugh your ass off and you're going to say, oh my God, it's really effing happening. The world is really effing changing. The light has absolutely won. The new world is happening so fast, guys, so fast. They're going to be changing. All the hospitals are going to be switched out using these med beds that cure every single thing. There are 6,000 suppressed healing technologies and for science and free energy that have been suppressed are coming back out now. The med beds, okay, just in a little nutshell, they can register. They monitor through your skin. You lay on this bed. It's kind of like they kind of look like MRI beds, but they're not. And they monitor all your systems from blood pressure to heart rate, all that. Well, everything that could possibly, they test everything that could possibly go in your blood, in your system, if you had parasites or if you had, any kind of ailments. And then they have the frequencies embedded. This is high tech. Frequencies embedded in the machines that beam color, light, and frequency sound vibration into you that does healing almost immediately. I mean, you know, you might not cure it on the very first time, but you can do 3 visits. It's changing our whole reality, guys. We're going to be healthy. We're going to age backwards. Some of them say. Some of these say the military had over the 50 years, and they say they could grow limbs back on the battlefield. I know you don't have to believe me, but there's another channel, and this is so far out, it's so sci-fi, it's called MedBeds on Telegram. It's another channel called MedBeds. Unless you got a good imagination, you're going to say, oh, this is a sci-fi channel. No, this is what's going on. I'm telling you. They're already getting ready to completely change the food industry to where they said to take 3 years and we will be eating nothing but pure foods. No chemical additives, no bad oils. It's now. The future is now. Anything you can imagine for the greatest future. Forget about TV. Forget about the movies you ever watch. Forget about these fucking horrible, you know, the end of the world movies, you know, Independence Day and all this stuff. It's none of that. The negative aliens, it's none of that. None of that. Everything's positive. It's pure love. It's the love of the universe. It's the love of God in whatever form it comes. You know, if the angels, the ascended masters, if the galactics, if all these people come down here and they're here to help us 1,000,000,000%. That's all it is. This is the plan. I was telling you. Ascended masters say we're going in the sixth and permanent golden age. We're never going down again. This was the age, you know, 1,000 years of peace, Aquarian age, return of Christ himself through all his light beings and through our own hearts, which is all of us. We're all his team. And so this is it. It is 100,000% happening. And you have to do your own research to even remotely believe me. But I'm a messenger of this because I've been forced to research this for 6-7 years now. I told you before, when I first heard about this and all the pedophilia and the adrenochromes and the missing children, I laid in my bed and shook for an hour one night at the core. And when you shake like that, they say it's core healing. You're healing at a cellular level. I had to get through those phases. Like a lot of people are just now waking up to this. And it's hard even to take, even now, if 6-7 years later, to read all that stuff. I can't read much at a time because you don't want to get triggered. You don't want to get overwhelmed. You don't want to get blown away at what could be and what was. And oh my God, and the horror and the terribleness of the dark side, what the dark side agenda was. And that was the New World Order. That was the depopulation agenda. That was the Great Reset. And the Great Reset was we would literally have the mark of the beast. We would really be controlled by digital. And, you know, they control, in real time, they would have control of everything we bought and da-da-da-da and this, that. And they're Satanists. It's a total Satanist movement is New World Order. And I don't care what anybody says. I know the truth and research it for yourself. Klaus Schwab, the WEF, the World Economic Forum, the World Health Organization, all of that stuff. It's so deep. They call it going down the rabbit hole. It's going to blow your mind. But remember, at the same time, the light has been behind the scenes, rising not only to meet it, it's been above it. It's been the light has been playing chess while the dark side plays checkers. Okay. They've had every move planned all the way along, but our density had got us this far. Our density had got us this far down. The culmination, the momentum of negativity, darkness, like, for example, this past century, all the wars. 100 million people have been killed in the past century, wars related. So that's an insane society. So we knew it had to change. And sometimes they say it's darkest for the dawn. Sometimes you hit that bottom and it's just a quantum leap. You make a quantum. All you got to do is make that choice to go into the highest timeline, the highest trajectory, the highest potential, the highest version of yourself. Okay? Make those commitments, that vow, and make a vow to never deal with the astral negative planes, never deal with, horror movies, never deal with darkness, only light. Don't deal with the past. Don't think about the past. Come forward in the eternal now, moving forward in a futuristic, way, and forget about any movie you ever seen. All that's been programmed. All those movies have been programmed. There's a lot of good movies, true, and there's a lot of good messages all the way through, yeah. But remember, for every good movie, there's a couple, 3 bad movies, and so it's brainwashing. They're trying to control us, brainwash us, so we stay dumbed down, fearful sheep. They fed off the fear. There's so much fear in the air, the negative density. They love that. That was I don't know how they did it, but they siphon it off. They use it. They just perpetually keep us in the loop of that. All we're meant to do is suffer and not thrive with the amazing abundance that we just didn't see the answers, and now the answers are coming out. If we saw these answers before, we would have more hope. But so Trump's been playing checkers. I mean, Trump's been playing chess, Biden playing checkers. Trump has an IQ of like 140. His son Barron is a super quantum scientist, master computer wizard. He's got 140 plus IQ, and he's really been helping his own family's team. And whatever you see on MSN and CNN is wrong. It's bullshit. It's playing into the other agenda. Remember, very sly. The devil's very sly, and the whole game has been the hypnosis of the ages. And one teacher says the problem with the earth has been a universal belief in 2 powers, a world hypnosis, meaning that in real reality, if you go out into nature and you realize it's such a beautiful world, this is such a beautiful world when you're out in nature, you're camping or on vacation, and, right? And then you come back, you turn on the TV, and you're like, well, you want to throw up and get in fear and all this. Well, it just shows you right there, where the program's coming from. Leave your TV off. Even Netflix is Illuminati based. The only good one is Gaia TV, with all the stories of, good stuff and true ancient archaeology and Look, they really search the truth. I don't know what to tell you. Do what you want. But I refocus my brain. I haven't had a TV for 6-7 years now. I haven't ate meat for 6 years. That's just my choice. I don't eat the best. I like my sweets, etc. But drink a lot of coffee. But I'm normal. But I don't go organic hunting all the time because I work all the time, and so I eat. I do eat as much organic as I can. Yes, absolutely. And so it's all coming. Do your own research on Telegram, and you can say, wow, that guy knew what he's talking about. And we're going to get through this. This is the trials and tribulation period. This is the darkest for the dawn. But the dawn is really here. It just, nobody sees it yet. When you do your research, then you start seeing it. So you got to get out of this politics stuff. There's nothing we can do there. You just have to go stay in the light of your purity. When you're in meditation, you're not being out of balance of the 2 hemispheres back and forth. You're in that center point, like the Buddha said. Take the center path, not too extreme this, not too extreme that. Learn that breathing. And what happens when you do that, when you meditate, the whole reason you meditate is your spirit takes over. Your spirit takes over your body. Your higher self comes in or takes over. It's above, but it's in your heart also. The mighty, beloved I Am Presence. From there, you walk through your day. Many meditation teachers will tell you, don't walk out your front door in the morning until you meditated. Quick story is when I was driving transit, right now I'm driving the small buses for seniors and disabled people. Okay, so transit is very hectic. I mean, people all day, you hardly get a break, you're nonstop, you're just looking at your watch all day to make connections, and all kinds of characters are in and out that bus, and you're stressed. I used to get stressed. And when I was meditating regularly every day, I mean, people could drop all these coins all over the floor, and they go in the cracks and everything, and I jump out of the seat. You know, bus drivers don't even get out of their seat ever, unless they got wheelchairs. And I remember that I consciously noticed, let me help you pick them up. And I had no reaction. I just picking them up, handing them back to him, take. That is a time consumer, something you can't afford. Well, I noticed the comparison because before and after, when I wasn't meditating, when something like that would happen, I'd hit the roof. I'd want to scream. I was like, holy shit, oh my God, all these people are going to start screaming because they're missing their bus. So that's an example. Meditative state. I was calm as could be, helping them pick up their coins. I didn't even notice. It was just beautiful. Everything was beautiful. It's a beautiful day. Because you're in the cosmos. It causes you to be in a quantum nowness. So driving a bus has been really good for me training, because I call it spiritual training. Because a high stress job like that, and if you can stay completely calm, you can master anything. So it's all training for these times we live in. Patience on the peace pipe, the teachings with the pipe, courage, patience, endurance, and love. So that courage, you need that courage, you need that patience, you need that endurance, more than you ever thought you needed. Anytime you go to get upset, count to 10 before you react. And you'll start retraining your brain not to there's a big bus stopped over here in the middle of the road. Not react. So we have to, we've been trained, we've been in this PTSD and this traumatization for years now. And, COVID, people are barely over that trauma and how it affected their families, and the vaccines and everything. And so we have to retrain our brains and the new neural pathways. How do you do that? You learn to meditate, you learn to not react, you learn to be an observer in life. You're watching things, you're watching life go on, you're not reacting to it, you're not getting scared, you're not living through your emotions, you're living through your spirit, you're living through your I love you, I'm waving at people. Like I was able to walk to the girl I told you, if you saw the last video of the car accident, I walked right up there and my spirit said, I told the guy, let me talk to her. She was totally unconscious. We love you so much. Your family loves you so much. Your children, she was probably a teenager. Your parents love you. Everything in creation loves you. We need you here. Do not go. Do not leave. Please, we're begging you, stay. Have a beautiful life. You have mission here. Because she wasn't dying. She wasn't in that death-die position, but her spirit, in those traumatic accidents, the spirit leaves the body, and just instinctually. And what happened next? I saw her gasp for air, and her head's hanging way down. I mean, on her breast, it was so far down. Her arms started twitching. She was trying, she heard me. She was listening to me. She heard me. Her spirit, boom, shot back in. And she was trying to lift her head and she couldn't. So I'm sure it was neck injuries. But she needed to hear that. Spirit told me to touch her, and I just couldn't do it. I thought there was people looking, and I bought into that one, and I didn't touch her. But guess what? The guy with me on my bus, who used to be a nurse, who was a really spiritual guy, he got in there, he turned the car off. He was doing as much as I was from a different direction. He said he started praying over her. He reached in and touched her. So he touched her. And I'll tell you what, we got back in that bus, because I was taking him to the shelter after it was over, all our prayers, and we weren't there very long. Paramedics just showed up right away. We weren't there probably 10 minutes or so. this smell was coming off him. This stink was coming off him. And I thought, well, he got in his emotions, and that's, sometimes when you get in your emotions, this smell will come off, really high emotions, a smell will come off. And I started thinking about it later, because I'm an alchemist, so I heal people. I'm a healer. I was trained at 20 years old how to heal. And so that becomes who you are. You don't just hands-on and I'm a healer. And no, that's who you are. Your aura's a healer. It takes on everything and transmutes it just naturally, right? So that's what I think I was supposed to be the one touch her and take away that, another layer of that tension, of that fear, of that traumatization, of that shock or that darkness, through me. Well, he's the one who touched her. He just felt he needed to touch her arm. He's the one who took it on. He magnetized all that energy through him. That's why he stank. I'm sure of it, because he was a pretty cool, clean-cut guy. I swear, guys, this is just the magic and miracles and how they work. We're learning these things. It's really wonderful. So that's what I wanted to tell you in the midst of what you're seeing back here. It's actually pretty river. I don't know why I'm calling it that, and I know that I keep moving the phone in and out of the sunlight, so you're going to have light, shadow, light, shadow, light, shadow. Well, guess what? What's going on right now? Light, shadow, light, shadow, light, shadow, eh? I wasn't trying to do that. I love you all. Reach out to me. I left my phone number on the last video about the hurricane, or comment, let's connect. Let's see, let's start up it's a good time to start up a Zoom class. If anybody wants to start a Zoom class, let me know, or initiate the Zoom, because I don't know how, okay? I work a full-time job. I'm gone 50, 60 hours a week. I just never learned that stuff. I'm not a techie. So if somebody wants to initiate the Zoom, let me know, and I'll come on and bring everybody we want on, invite everybody, and we'll have a good one back and forth and share our wisdom, because we're all masters. We all got the master wisdom, and we all got it from our own unique different angles. And that's what we need. We need to look at this thing from, 12 sides of the pie, 12 slices of the pie, not just one like a speaker on YouTube. We need to be doing this in groups, and we'll do meditation, and we'll sing, we'll do some drumming and whatever to raise our vibration and enjoy and bring through messages and love and healing for each other, and tears and laughter and whatever it takes. Love you all.